I started working with Louisa in the Dream Bigger space, her membership, and I was just doing the what I was calling in for the week. I think it was $5,000 I was calling in for the week, and the next day I got $2,000. And then over the next 7 days or 6 days, I got an additional $2,300. And I didn't meet the $5,000 goal that I had for that week, but it gave me the confidence that I can do this. This is so simple and easy because I was doing the helixing daily, and that really helped me get into the energy and call in what it is that I wanted.
Like I'm guessing most people here, I've been to a couple of these kind of master classes. Really liked Louisa's approach. Although I'd done a lot of kind of coaching and sort of work on money otherwise, this was the thing that kind of connected the dots and led to that further success. Got a lot from the community too, so you know, you will meet a lot of like-minded people in there, and already you know, forged some really quite strong relationships there with other members, which has been fantastic. Where I was at versus where I've got to, I'm now consistently having £10,000 months, which is fantastic. I'm sure Louise is open to having a call with you if you are interested in what else she offers. Just kind of really lean into it and trust your instinct.
And just being in Louisa's orbit is so empowering. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful to be here. I've told Louisa this and I'll say it again. She is the best coach that I've ever had because she matches me. She works with the energy. She's very loving and accepting. And I'm not one of those people who can just do all strategy. I have to be aligned emotionally and energetically and spiritually with what's going on. And she does that beautifully.
When I first did the energetic edge, I got results like within days. And when I find a teacher that, like I said, she had a new key, she had something that I definitely was missing, and I resonated with her energy. Her energy is amazing. She's so welcoming. She's so generous. She's so knowledgeable. She has so much insight. I'm just like in awe of this energetic person. For me, it's like, this is your next teacher. This is where you're going next.
Nothing has shifted my personal life or the life of my clients faster than working with the amazing set of skills and tools that come with the Helix Method. So if you're looking for something to explore that's going to enhance your practice as well as your personal life and give you a heads up like nothing you've ever seen, my strong recommendation is that you check out the Helix Method.
Welcome, everybody. Oh, how are we all? Welcome, welcome, welcome to session 3. We're going to be amplifying your energy, amplifying that magnetism so that that next level of growth comes in with more ease. Welcome, 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 Sarah. Welcome, Pat. Welcome, Katrine. Ayla, welcome, welcome. I know we'll have more people jumping on, finding the link so they can come and join us. So, a huge welcome, everybody. We have had 2 very sacred days together. It's just been an absolute honor to be here with you. We've done the kind of inner work that actually most entrepreneurs never get to. They don't know this secret sauce, which is just would completely transform their lives. So what have we been up to? We have day one, we were uncovering the hidden patterns that we see that are hiding that core fear that's making up part of our current identity. So they're shaping your income and your results. On day two, we started to dive in deeper in relation to that resistance, releasing the deeper layers of resistance, understanding how they're linked in with these subconscious programs, old stories, sticky emotions, energy reversals, all the things, and they are silently capping your growth. And today we're bringing it all together, because once you see where the patterns are and you start to clear the resistance, you start to create that energetic space for more magnetism of the right things. And this is where business truly starts to feel different. Growth comes in with more ease, opportunities arrive with less of that hustle feeling, that push, 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 push. And this is key. Your nervous system can feel calm while your results are expanding. And then you start to lead from that overflow place rather than reactivity. Does that make sense? So let me know as you're joining us how you are feeling, what's been shifting for you, how you're feeling about what we're up to today. And what we're doing here, this is so key, because at this level, business owners running 6- and 7-figure companies, we know that your vibration matters. The stakes are higher, and it's not just about another client or another sale. It's about bigger decision making, more leadership, making confident investment decisions, managing cash flow in expansion seasons, hiring the right people without second guessing yourself, being able to lead, visibility in a way that feels clean, sustainable, and aligned with who you truly are and aligned with your values. I think this is so key. And being able to hold bigger revenue goals without your system collapsing underneath the weight. So this is why your magnetism, your energetic radiance, it is the true strategy for leaders at your level. And when your energy is aligned, those CEO level decisions, they become clearer, cleaner, calmer. You've got coherence, frequency. And this is the truth. What we're up to in the masterclass, this is just the beginning. And to be able to fully embody this state, to stabilize this so that this new way of being is your new normal, then for that, I invite you to come and join us in the Wealth Portal. So what we have started the journey together today. I'm so excited. It's been wonderful to see all the shifts that have been coming in. Hey, Sarah's saying, feeling amazing. Have had a big opportunity to open up in the last 2 days. All that hustle. Yes, celebrating you, Sarah. This is just absolutely fantastic. This is what we are up to here. This is wonderful. Pat saying, always feel better physically, which shifts my brain, which brings on more productivity. Awesome. This is so cool. So please do share in the chat so we can see where everybody is at. Alrighty, so let's take a moment to set your intention for your desired next level. So we're building on the intention that you started this journey with me. So just taking a nice deep breath, breathing in grace and love, and just allowing yourself to drop into this space. And taking a moment to connect back with that intention you set at the start of our time together. And calling your energy back from people, places, timelines, and spaces. So you're fully present in your body. And I invite you to contemplate, how do you want the growth to feel as you step into your next level? How do you want it to feel? What would shift if your decisions, the financial, strategic, leadership, were all made from overflow instead of contraction? And just bring that into your mind's eye. And inviting you to contemplate what becomes possible when your business starts meeting you at a higher frequency. What thought just popped in? What sensation popped in? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how aligned do you feel to your desired next level? So pop that in the chat. If you're on the replay, let us know in the Facebook group. On a scale of 1 to 10, how aligned are you feeling to your desired next level? Looking forward to seeing those numbers coming in. Alrighty, and at the end of our session, I'm going to be doing a live giveaway again for those of you who are live with me. So today we're giving away our Heal Space-Time Akashic Record activations. This is one of our most popular activations for entrepreneurs who recognize that their relationship with money is imprinted onto their relationship with time. So this is a huge one to heal. So super excited to see who is going to be manifesting that one. And all you need to do to enter into the draw is at the end is to share your takeaway, and then we pop your name into the draw. 8 and going up. This is awesome. Okay, so some numbers are coming in. Okay, so 7 was 6 yesterday and 5 the day before, so it's going up. We're getting you more and more into alignment. This is so wonderful to see. Fantastic, fantastic. Alrighty, so you're starting to experience what it feels like to release the resistance and to open up space and for more of your energy to be in that flow state. Opportunities are starting to reveal themselves. The key here is really paying attention to the thoughts that are popping into your head and the opportunities that are coming your way and who you start to think about. If a name pops in, reach out to that person. You've got no idea whether you're being the vehicle for the universe to help them in some way, how you can contribute to their next level. Maybe you're meant to be connecting them with someone else. Maybe they've been thinking about you and they have been wanting to work with you. Alrighty, so this is awesome, seeing all the insights that are coming through. Alrighty, so today is about stepping into that state where business, clients, money, they're all drawn to you through your electromagnetism field. This is the level of the frequency that you're holding. So your current level of magnetism is what your nervous system can safely hold. So to have more money, more visibility, more leadership, more responsibility, our work is to expand your nervous system's capacity. And it's the difference here between saying yes to the right investment with calm discernment versus second guessing, missing opportunities, scrabbling to kind of find the things. Being able to hire from overflow and confidence and alignment versus tightening your grip and trying to control everything. Showing up visibly and powerfully in your thought leadership, however you make your impact with your business, versus holding back because your system is interpreting in some way expansion as being unsafe. And this is the thing, when we've got reversals and resistance in our energy field and they're active in relation to the goal and the intention that we have, our magnetism's getting scrambled. And then what happens is you attract situations that then just reinforce those old patterns. Could be in relation to, clients who drain you, team issues that keep repeating themselves, investments that are wobbling, income that's spiking and then collapsing. So your reality is mirroring this all back to you. Does that make sense? And the beauty is when your nervous system is expanded and coherent, you are that steady signal. And that's when the growth feels lighter, opportunities flow in, your business is starting to meet you at that higher frequency. So I invite you to think of your body as that signal, your whole energy field as that, your human Wi-Fi. And so we want to get your human Wi-Fi into that coherent state. And that's when your reality reorganizes itself faster and faster around you. So this is why nervous system regulation is not optional at this level. At every new revenue goal, every new level of leadership asks your system to expand. And if it can't expand, you're going to unconsciously pull back, no matter how good the strategy looks on paper. Does that resonate? So we're diving into this today. We're going to be building in the activation piece when we're doing the energetics together and what we've started to uncover together on this journey. We want your nervous system to become the container for the wealth, the leadership, the freedom that you are calling in and that you desire. So a couple of questions for you so we can see where everybody's at. And if you're on the replay, then to make a note of these and to share your reflections in the group so we can continue the conversation there. So question for you, have you ever noticed an income spike and then you see the contraction again? So just inviting you to contemplate. So has that happened once? Has that happened a couple of times? Let me know in the chat where you've been seeing that. And what do you think your system was protecting you from at that moment? Okay, we've got some yeses. I could see some nods as well. Okay, so recognizing this pattern. What do you think your system was protecting you from? And you may have had some insights from the fears that we've been identifying, the ones that we've been working through this week, how they're making up, how your identity is protecting you from experiencing those core fears and actually locking them in. What tends to happen in your decision making when the stakes feel higher? Are you leaning into clarity or do you notice a contraction? How does your nervous system respond when the stakes feel higher? Many people recognize that they're like contraction goes back, unless, of course, they're completely calibrated to that next level. The stakes are higher, their risk tolerance has expanded, and they are feeling energetically aligned, and they can discern between intuition guiding them and a trauma response guiding them. Okay, so notice what starts to come in about how you're telling yourself, and whatever the question is, it is how your nervous system, its capacity is capped, and you're giving you stories and scenarios where to keep things the same. So anywhere it's like, well, how can I have it if others don't, is keeping you at that level. Whereas if you were to say, how can I have it so I can help others who don't, that immediately opens it up. Imagine the fully resourced you, what good you can do in the world. This is how we make our impact. Imagine all the charities that we can give to when we have more and more overflow. Okay, so these insights that are coming through show us the cost of our nervous system contraction on business. So as you think about this, like if you were to scale to your next revenue goal, what's the first emotion your nervous system signals? Is it in that excitement, or is it that fear, doubt, something else? And likely a bunch of emotions are going to come in. We're going to have all of them: excitement and fear, doubt, the whole gamut. But what would it mean for you if your next level came with more peace, more time, more profitability, more spaciousness? And because today we're focusing on what I wanted us to focus on today is the nervous system pinnacle in relation to your next level of growth. And this is a huge, huge topic, but this is absolutely key to that next level coming in with more ease. And as we start to dive into this, it is a huge topic. We do go deeper into this in the Wealth Portal because it does have a huge impact on all aspects of your wealth consciousness. Oh, and I wanted to give you a heads up on something super special. So for those that are coming and joining us in the Wealth Portal, which is the natural next step for you, if it feels aligned for you to do so, is I have got something super special. So for the first 3 people who step into the Wealth Portal and pay in full, you'll also receive a bonus private one-to-one with me, which is a 45-minute session. The value of that is $997 USD. So you'll have a private one-to-one with me. And so just reach out and let us know if you'd like the link for that, and we will get that set up for you. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up on that. So I wanted to honor those that are ready, the action takers who are ready to break through in the next 45 days or less. So And let me know when you're in so I can celebrate with you. Alrighty, so the thing about those bunch of emotions that we have in relation to that next level is we can get so used to holding these emotions in our body that anywhere that we have a new level of peace coming in, actually that can feel uncomfortable because our bodies are more familiar with the low levels of emotions rumbling behind the scenes, these low levels of stress. That feels normal. And so often the emotion that is there that people don't recognize or think immediately is there is shame. And this is what I know, is that every high achiever carries some form of shame in their nervous system. It might not be like a loud noise, as it were, but it's just humming away in the background, shaping how you let yourself receive. And shame is an emotion that really affects our nervous system and creates internal conflicts as we're moving forward. Shame creates more shame, stress creates more stress, anxiety creates more anxiety. And of course, all of this is impacting our nervous system, our energetic frequency, our capacity to problem solve and to create solutions. And so often when I'm working with leaders, they may say to me, oh, I've dealt with this and I've healed that. I don't have any shame around that. It doesn't affect me anymore. The subconscious is brilliant at creating thoughts that we then believe to divert us from what actually needs healing. And this can come from a number of aspects, you know, whether it's shame to do with current level of business, anyone going, I should be further ahead, I should be doing this, I should. It could be like previous bankruptcy, parents' bankruptcy, not hitting sales targets, experiencing fraud or a scam, or perhaps team members leaving, or previous experiences in jobs, or how divorces impact your business, or the sale of your business, or business partners leaving. There's so many things that happen along our entrepreneurial journey and our life journey that then can create some form of shame in the background, and then that impacts how we show up in our business and how we commit to making the difference that we're here to make through our business. Does that make sense? One of our clients in the Wealth Portal, she had her first 100K month in the Wealth Portal, and it was so exciting. And the key aspect was she had surrendered into how it was going to come in, because it came in a completely different way to how she thought it would come in. And I remember her telling me how uncomfortable she felt with things being easy, and it really confused her. She was like, I just don't know how to handle this ease. Like, it was like her nervous system was triggered by it. And she was then trying to create a problem that she could go and fix to take her back to what felt normal in her body. And so for her, one of the things she noticed was in this flow state was her Facebook ads were working and things are easy. And that was the piece that she didn't know what to do with, because she was like, I'm expecting the shoe to drop. I'm anticipating it to all go away. And so this was really key as she leaned in, and I was able to help her to rewire her field so her nervous system could hold that next level of capacity, and she wasn't waiting for the shoe to drop. Does that make sense? And so our bodies can like recreate experiences. It's like, oh, this flow feels really odd. I'm going to recreate some more stress because I know what to do in that stress state, or I know what to do in that feeling of that shame emotion in my body. I'll create something else so I get to feel that again. And shame acts like a sort of gatekeeper that protects the nervous system from confronting deeper fears. So we're dealing with that level. We've been talking about the fear of failure, and shame sort of says, as it were, if I fail, it means I'm a failure. So that can keep us from even trying. And we can hear it as telling ourselves that that project isn't a good project to do. Or the fear of judgment, shame might whisper, well, if they criticize me, it's proof that something's wrong with me. So then our visibility contracts. And the fear of abandonment and isolation. So often people will say, but success is lonely. It's lonely at the top. And shame convinces us that success will separate you from colleagues, team members, family members. So it's better to stay smaller than to risk that rejection. Does that resonate? Let me know if you're like, this is this experience I had. So what's happening is shame is collapsing your nervous system. It's pulling it into fight, fright, freeze, fawn, or flop, and reinforcing those identity level fears. So fight might look like, if the fight response is triggered, might look like you're overworking all the time, overproving, you're having to double down on the strategy, getting angry with team members or clients, overproving your identity. Like, I'm going to show them that I'm not a failure. Like, I'm going to do it. Like, you can really feel the push energy behind that. The flight response. So this could be pulling you back from visibility or avoiding a big financial decision. So you're fleeing away from the decision. Like, you want to run away. And if I pull back from the visibility, if I flee it, then I can't be judged because no one can see me. Yes, tall poppy syndrome. Yeah. It's incredible, isn't it? So then, of course, we have that collective consciousness program coming in and reinforcing that program. So this work is so important to do, so that we're not picking up those collective consciousness programmings that we see around there that are an energetic match if we've got that fear within us. Then we've got the freeze response. So the freeze response can show up as procrastination. So it could be like you're feeling that you're stuck. Perhaps you're about to launch something and then the freeze mode kicks in and you're like, I can't do it. I can't hire that person. And the thing is, the logical mind will tell us all sorts of stories. And then the thing is, we might believe them. And actually, it's your nervous system has reached its capacity. Then we have the fawn response. Now, this can show up as over-delivering to clients, softening boundaries with team. It can show up in payment plans and all the things. And people pleasing, it is a fawn response. I want you to think of it as a trauma response to keep yourself safe, to avoid abandonment or rejection. Anyone recognize that they can people please? It's like, okay, what am I doing here when I'm people pleasing? And then we have the flop response. And this is that I can't moments where perhaps your motivation disappears. I talk about this a lot with my clients. It's when it feels like someone has given you a big sleeping pill and you can't move. And it might be you were fine, you had your cup of coffee, you sat down to write that article or to write your email sequence, and then suddenly sleeping pill kicks in, as it were, and you've got to go to sleep and you're like, I can't do it. Oh my word. That is your nervous system being triggered. So let me know which ones are kind of resonating for you. You may recognize how your nervous system likes to respond to keep you safe. Let me know if you're a flopper or a fawner, or flight or fight or freeze. And the thing is, where there is shame in relation to something, there are energy reversals in your energy field. And then that attracts situations that then validate the shame. And we get to experience it all over again. And this is why we really want to be able to dissolve the shame, because that's when you unlock the ability to rewire your core fears at the identity level. So then failure becomes feedback. Judgment is actually neutral. And then the unknown becomes possibility. And our leadership actually can feel natural rather than feeling heavy. We can let our energetic frequency do the heavy lifting. And in the wealth portal, this is why we go beyond surface level clearing, because until the shame and the core fears are released at that identity level, then the nervous system is always going to cap expansion. And it just is going to slow down any of the manifesting intentions that you have. So I invite you to think that shame is the glue that holds your core fears in place. It convinces you that the fear is part of who you are. But when you dissolve it, you start to rewire your identity, then you embody the leader that can hold more, and that you become that energetic match much more quickly. And the thing is, it can show up in so many different ways that you might not even notice it. So let me know if these resonate, and it may spark some thoughts. You're like, maybe that's what's going on. So maybe like paying a large tax payment bill, but you're paying it on a payment plan, and feeling shame around money management. Instead of, with the cash flow right now, this is the smart, good stewardship of money. But somewhere there's shame going, you should have done it this way, or whatever the voice is in the head. What about questioning an investment decision and then looping in shame around being irresponsible, as opposed to leaning in and going, right, I've made the investment, I'm going in, whether this is crypto, or investing in property, whatever it may be. Hiring a team member and then secretly wondering, am I a good leader? What are they thinking about me? What happened to the last team member? I hope they don't find out about that, whatever it may be. What about raising your prices but feeling shame about whether you're really worth it? And that one can bubble up at every single level. And again, there's seasons in business. So if there's cash flow stress, feeling shame that you should have done this or that, manage things better. And this can show up where your worth is tied to money in the bank. And the thing is, for those of you who do hold complex trauma, and I know many high achievers do carry this, shame has probably been the quiet driver of success. It's been keeping you hypervigilant, in that state of always proving, always doing, always in a rush to get to that next level. But it's also silently capping your expansion, because deep down your system is still saying, I'm not safe to hold more. So healing shame is key to your expansion and amplifying your magnetism. So what we want to move beyond is this expansion contraction roller coaster, but for it to feel more like expansion, and then the contraction feels like integration and stabilization, rather than going right back to old default set points. You're stabilizing and integrating at new default set points, so that we can say goodbye to what can feel like roller coaster incomes. This is why you can have the 100K month and then watch things slow down, and why then you hesitate on scaling decisions, even though the strategy is really clear. This is your nervous system running the show. And these emotions, shame, other emotions, they create thoughts in alignment to those frequencies. And then we think that we are that kind of person. They become, embodied part of our identity because of that feedback loop. But they are just imprints, energetic imprints that we can release and rewire. And this is the beauty. When we dissolve shame and recalibrate your nervous system, expansion can stop feeling like danger, that unknown feeling like possibility, and peace, more wealth become your new set point. A new level of visibility becomes your new set point. So this is why when I'm working with my clients in the Wealth Portal, our intention is that you break through in 45 days or less. Then we continue working together. So we're stabilizing, holding, integrating, expanding, noticing what comes through when the resistance comes in, so you don't go backwards. Let's see what is resonating for everybody. Okay, this is awesome. Thank you so much for all your contributions in the chat. So I would love for you to just take a moment as you're reflecting on this, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how often do you notice shame or nervous system contraction shaping your decisions? So whether that's in sales, hiring, investments, other aspects of business, let me know in the chat. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how often is this consciously you're aware of that it is actually impacting your decisions? Let's see, so we've got, okay, fantastic. Okay, well, we're going to be doing some muscle testing in a moment, so we can start to see what is hidden, and we'll see if there's new layers of insights. Now, before we start to uncover what is hidden and amplifying magnetism, I'd love to share with you a conversation I had with a wonderful Jacqueline about her time in the Wealth Portal. So I'm just going to grab that for you, and then we'll be diving in. Where are we? Where's the button? Here's the button. All righty. Okay. Here we go. Let me bring Jacqueline forward. Welcome, Jacqueline.
Well, thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful to have us with you. Do you want to introduce yourself, Jacqueline, so that people know who you are, what you do, where in the world you are?
Absolutely. Thank you. So I'm Jacqueline Gertz. I am the creator of the Goddesses on Fire Mastermind, and I teach women in particular how to use tools to create the life they love. So I'm a speaker and metaphysical teacher, but I specialize really in helping women learn the tools to create the life they truly desire. You know,
Yes, impact. It's all about
I'm in
impact.
Florida, so it's normally very warm and sunny, and not today.
I'm hoping the weather's going to hold for when I come to Florida, Jacqueline.
Well, yeah, it'll be getting nice soon, so come on.
Good. Awesome. Well, I would love to dive into, what was going on for you before you came into your first experience with the energetic edge, and then came into the Wealth Portal, and your reason for stepping into the Wealth Portal. I think that journey may be helpful for people.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I got invited to this the time you did. I think I did it in November, either end of October or November, and I was just so blown away. And the thing that I really find just so fascinating for myself is your energy just drew me in. I mean, you are so welcoming and so loving and so generous. And then the tools that you teach, they just go so deep and they're so easy to use, and you get results quickly, right? So that was like, oh, I have to have more of this. Well, then the first week when we did this, I won 2 of your drawings. And I was like,
Yes.
oh my God, this stuff works. Right. So I won twice just within that week. I'm like, okay, well, I have to have more of this. So then I started thinking about, okay, what am I going to do next? And then I joined the Wealth Portal. So during this time, now I took 2 years off of my business, and I'm just getting ready to be active again. And my thought was, when I did this and then I started seeing things happen, I thought, okay, I have to do the Wealth Portal before I create a new package, before I create a new program, so I can get all this stuff out of the way so I can go beyond where I was before. So that was my goal, is like clear this out and get the foundation so then I can, really take off. So that's why I joined the Wealth Portal, and I love it. I love it. It's been amazing. So and my wins, I got to tell you, there's a couple of wins in there, because I don't actually have a program that I'm selling right now, but I won $100 scratch off. That's the most I've ever won in a scratch off lottery ticket. And I mean, we do it for fun, not to go win $1 million, but it's fun, right? And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, this stuff works. Then we had a huge amount, a deposit come in that we'd been waiting for a long time. And obviously there were blocks in the way. We did this, and all of a sudden it came in. It's like, okay. So it's just the little things along the way that I'm like, it's so easy, these things, these tools, and it works.
Yes.
So
I'm excited for you as well. This is phenomenal, because it is the piece that we're clearing the etheric pathways so that we're available to the money that has been sitting there in our field, and we've been blocking it unconsciously.
And then the other piece that I really, really like what you do is, I mean, the depth of your knowledge and wisdom and insight and intuition is just mind-boggling to me, because you just pinpoint things. It's like, oh yeah, of course. So the other piece of it is, the identity. You talk about creating the new identity and your future identity. And one of the things that I really, really wanted to focus on was surplus, was really having that surplus. Always have more than enough. And, now I've gotten to the point where I really do, at the end of the month, whatever's left over in my checking account, I can sweep it over into my savings account. It's like, oh my God, there's the surplus. And so you help me connect the dots and actually do the action to then make it work. So I'm just very grateful to have found you and to be in the community.
Oh, Jacqueline, we love having you in the community. This is just, I'm so excited for you in the trajectory that you're on. And you mentioned the community. What do you think has been, I'd love to know, because I think community is really important. What's been the most helpful part about being in the Wealth Portal community, from your
Yeah.
perspective?
The community is always important. And here's what I've really learned is like, I've always been a, a loner. I can do this. I can do this on my own. I can do this, right? And that's a programming, right? That's another programming that can be released. But the thing that is so empowering to me is not only are it's mostly women that I've met so far. They're so heart-centered. We're all on the same path of making a good impact in the world. And we want to make a big impact in the world. And everybody is so supportive. But the key for me is when I listen to what the others have to say, it's like, oh, that's me. That's me. Oh, me too. Me too. Me too. And that is just so uplifting. It's like, oh, I'm not alone in this. Right? It doesn't
Yes.
matter if it's the ups or the downs. It's like, oh, we're doing this together. I'm not the only one experiencing this, whether good, whether the high or the low. So that's been really powerful for me.
Oh, I'm delighted to hear that. I think it's such a gift to be able to have that reflection from what other people are going through. And I think it speeds things up when you're in this energetic vortex all together, working towards a common goal of making a bigger impact and breaking through those ceilings.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I mean, we're amplifying the energy, right? Oh, goosebumps. Whew. Yeah, right. I mean, we're
Yeah.
just amplifying that energy and just woof, this huge force for good in the world just wakes up and we go woof.
I love it. I love it. Oh, this is so fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. As we've, just kind of before we wrap up, if you were, talking to anyone who might be thinking about the program or have some questions about the program, would you have any reflections for them?
Don't hesitate. Excuse me. We get in our head, and like you say, your subconscious will come up with all kinds of reasons not to do it. I had tons of reason not to do it. It's like, don't do it. Don't, you don't, you're not even back in business yet. You're not even putting anything out there yet. And yet I knew in my heart of heart that time is going to pass anyway. Money is going to be spent anyway. What if I used it to create a better future? What if I intentionally use my time and my resources now to create that better future? And so that's what I would recommend, that anybody that's really thinking about it, time is going to pass, money is going to be spent. Where do you want to put it that will make your future better?
Oh, I love that. Wise words. I love it. Mic drops, Jacqueline. Mic drops. Oh, thank you so much for your time and contribution to everybody today, and for being with us this week. Excited for you and the trajectory that you're on. Oh, thank you so much, Jacqueline. It was a wonderful conversation that I had with her. I hope that has served to have some insights to her experiences and to see what resonated for you. So I'd love to know what resonated for you in the chat. I noticed that, but I'm very aligned today that I'm wearing the same top that I was wearing in the video. I was like, what are the chances? It really made me laugh. So I don't know if that's a sign that I need a new top. Maybe it is. But I do love this top. So fantastic. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Alrighty, so if you would love to have a story like Jacqueline's, then do connect with us in the DMs. You can learn about working with us and what that would look like. And just as a reminder, the doors are open for the Wealth Portal. And if the team could pop the link here for everybody, then you can grab the link and have a read through. And if you are curious about our other programs, then do just let us know, because there's many ways that we can work together, and we will chat through with you in our DMs in relation to that and what that could look like in the most aligned place for you. Beautiful. Alrighty, so who is up for releasing some hidden shame and energy reversals that are impacting your nervous system pinnacle? We've been focusing on the nervous system pinnacle, which is one aspect of our 6 energetic blocks today. So we could dive in deeper onto that. We want to raise the frequency of your individual electromagnetic field, increase your coherence in your Wi-Fi signal. So what we're going to be doing is going to be helixing. So we'll be starting with a higher self invocation, then using the sway technique with muscle testing and testing on phrases I'm going to give you to uncover what is hidden. And then we're going to intentionally release these. And I want you to pay attention to the somatic responses that you're feeling. So this may be sensations in your body, memories flooding back, physiological responses like temperature changes, your stomach might be rumbling, you might be burping, you might be farting, you might be yawning, all the things. Pay attention to how your body is responding. And then we're going to raise your frequency and create coherence with our subconscious imprinting and visualizations of manifested scenes. I want you to think of this as your introductory training for those of you that are joining us in the Wealth Portal, because we ramp it up in there. We ramp it up a gear. So I'm getting you set up for success. And then we're going to live in the energy of the question and ask a question from a higher frequency place. So we're tapping into the same frequency as our energetic desires. So are you ready? Give me a yes in the comments if you are ready. Let's activate that frequency of yes in your field. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. All righty. Let's do this. Okay. So we're going to start with our higher self invocation. So we're aligning the levels of our consciousness, bringing our higher self on board for our manifestation. So to do this, I want you to increase your life force energy by breathing in for 4, holding for 4, and breathing out for 8. And just to do this 3 times at your own rhythm, being aware of how your energy field is expanding, and to bring your attention to your soul star chakra, which is about 18 inches above your head. It's your gateway to your Akashic record. And then affirming to yourself, speaking to all levels of my consciousness, I intend that in the name of divine truth, love, and light, let all information come from my higher self and be in alignment with my divine truth for my highest good and the highest good of all. I am creating a clear channel of communication and manifestation between my subconscious, conscious, and higher self, so that they are 100% connected and in perfect alignment, and all working towards my highest path and purpose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And from this space, just inviting you to notice how your energy field has opened up, and inviting you to stand if you're able to stand now, so we can do the muscle testing. Paying attention to the somatic responses. Remembering a forward sway is typically a yes, a backward sway is typically a no. If you stay sort of still like a plank, that's likely an energy reversal. If you go round and round in circles, that's likely an energy reversal. So let me know what happens as we uncover these. So I have 6 phrases for you, or questions to ask today. The first one is, have I unresolved fight preventing me from receiving and holding my desired cash months? And if you want to bring in the fight response, you could say response, have I unresolved fight response? So this is in relation to your nervous system, preventing me receiving and holding my desired cash months. So I want you to test this for fight, for flight, for freeze, for fawn, and for flop. So we're going to see if you've got one or all of them. And then I would like you to also ask, have I got hidden shame preventing me receiving and holding my desired cash months? And when you say desired cash months, you could even change that. I've put desired cash months because everyone's going to have different desired cash months. You could bring in the actual amount that you're wanting to call in. So if it's 100K months, 50K months, whatever the number is, then just to say that amount. Does that make sense? Alrighty, so I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to start to test those, and then let me know in the comments what you have, what you find. So notice how your body's responding. As you test these questions and phrases, does it feel different? Or do they feel the same? Just notice what you notice. And just make a note if you have got a yes, or if you have identified an energy reversal in relation to any of these. Have you got a no for all of them? Have you got a yes for all of them? A mixed bag? Okay, so we've got some responses coming in. First three were yes, the last three were no. And did you notice as well that the amount of energy behind each of the sways was the same, or was some a smaller sway forward or a smaller sway backwards? That's showing you how much energy is there in relation to that aspect. And there may also be some other layers behind something that might have been a smaller sway forwards compared to others. And the same with the nose. Alrighty. So if you're still muscle testing these, do take a screenshot so that you can remember these. Okay, awesome. So we've got some insights coming in. Yes to unresolved flight. Energy reversals to freeze response and shame. Would not have picked any of those. Okay. Energy reversals coming in. Yeah. So fawn is that people-pleasing response where you're fawning at your expense. Hope that helps. Alrighty, so let's start to shift this. Okay. So remembering that as we're doing the decoding, that we want to breathe in for 4, breathe out for 4. So you're filling up your heart with more and more love. And then holding CV17 when you're releasing beliefs and emotions, and when you're releasing an energy reversal, you're tapping on the karate chop. So I've written out the phrases for you here. Again, you're welcome to take a screenshot if that helps. You can refer back to these. So the first phrase is, I'm ready to release this unresolved fight response, preventing me receiving and holding XYZ cash months, desired cash months. I release and delete this across all dimensions and levels of consciousness, holding CV17. So I'm going to guide you through that one. If you didn't get that one, just swap out the language for the one that you have got, or a couple of that you have got. We're going to do one together. Then the aligned action to take today is to complete the releasing of any others that you need to do. And you can follow along in the replay as well, if you want to be back in the vortex as we do this together. So we're going to release one of these now, and then we're going to do the imprinting to amplify your frequency. Alrighty, so I'm inviting you to take a nice deep breath in, breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4, setting the intention that your heart is being filled up with love. And from this space, holding CV17, and then saying out loud. So I'm going to do it out loud once, then twice internally. So you're holding the frequency and notice the somatic responses as you do this. I'm ready to release this unresolved fight response, preventing me receiving and holding my desired cash months. I release and delete this across all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in and out. Notice how your energy field is responding to this intention. And then silently repeating, I'll say it out loud so you can follow along. I'm ready to release this unresolved fight response, preventing me receiving and holding my desired cash months. I release and delete this across all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Nice deep breath in and out. Notice what you notice. Are you yawning? Are you burping? Are you farting? What's the body doing? Memories coming in. I'm ready to release this unresolved fight response, preventing me receiving and holding my desired cash months. I release and delete this across all dimensions and levels of consciousness. Just taking a nice deep breath in and out. How do you feel? Notice what is shifting in your energy field. Make a note of where you've got to so you know which ones to release next. We're going to move into creating that aligned coherence. And the aligned action for today is to come back and to release the others and to re-imprint. Build on what we've done today with creating the aligned coherence. Alrighty. So we're building on this. Every time you've been thinking these thoughts from that elevated frequency, we're amplifying your energy field. These thoughts are getting stronger and stronger. We are rewiring those neural pathways. So we're doing a blend of inner rewiring, so thinking the thoughts and then visualizing a manifested scene. So something that you are going to see in your reality when this has become true. Your desire is in this current reality right now. So we're going to be imprinting the inner rewiring for 30 seconds for each of these ones here. I will guide you as to when we're moving on to the next one. And then I would love for you to do 1 minute visualization, seeing in your mind's eye the scene with the version of you that has already achieved these consistent cash months, that consistent business growth, and to notice how you're moving around in this manifested scene. Where are you? What customers or clients are you working with, and so on? How are you feeling? What's the emotion that you are feeling? Alrighty, so inviting you to increase the feeling of love in your heart. I love, I love, I love. Breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4. And from this space, start to think, I'm the kind of person who has XYZ cash months. I'm the kind of person who has XYZ cash months. Think it over and over. We'll do 30 seconds together now. Beautiful. Moving on to the second one. I'm the kind of person who has fun in business. Moving on to the next one. I implement swiftly. I implement swiftly. Moving on to the fourth one. I'm the kind of person who takes daily income producing action. Moving on to the fifth one. I value my value. I value my value. Beautiful, beautiful. And then moving into the visualization of the manifested scene, I really want you to feel the emotion of this scene. This is your reality. So see in your mind's eye what you will see when it has become true. So beautiful, so beautiful. Alrighty. And from this place, inviting you to live in the energy of the question, how am I surrounded by more wealth and opportunity? How am I surrounded by more wealth and opportunity? And remembering, we're not trying to consciously answer this. This is a question for our higher self and the universe to answer. We're asking it from a place of like, this is just incredible. How am I surrounded by more wealth and opportunity? Energy is of awe and wonder, as if it's already happened. The key bit that you need to take action on is those intuitive ideas, the thoughts that are coming through. They may sound softer than your normal voice in your head. So I invite you to be open and pay attention. And when you take action on something that has popped in for you, either during this now moment or later, let us know in the Facebook group how it all unfolded. Can't wait to celebrate with you. And the key thing is today, so you're taking one new idea, implementing it today, and then as you're going to sleep tonight, saying to yourself 10 times, how am I surrounded by more wealth and opportunity? How am I surrounded by more wealth and opportunity? How is everybody feeling? Let me know how you are feeling. Are you buzzing? Are you feeling excited? How aligned are you feeling to your desires right now? What are you noticing? Feeling tingly? I'd love to see you, Christina. Feeling good? Feeling inspired? Yes, buzzing. That's what we like to hear. Alrighty, I would love to know, what is your takeaway from today, from our third session together? We will be back next Wednesday for a shop with me, and I'm giving you a future self Akashic record activation. So we'll be doing vision casting, and then I'll also be sharing with you opportunities so we can continue the journey together and what that looks like. And every day between now and next week, I invite you to be doing your higher self invocation, to be imprinting, creating that aligned coherence, and to be living in the energy of the question. And if there are more of the aspects to be releasing, then just take between 3 and 5 each day to release, and then do the imprinting. So this will take about 12 minutes a day, and you're going to really notice the difference. So let's see the takeaways, and we'll do a draw for healing space-time in just a moment. Here we go. Wonderful. And just to recap, so we've covered the energetic blocks to your next level of growth and started to understand how these might be showing up for you in relation to your nervous system pinnacle. And they have the other 5 blocks that I introduced you to yesterday. But of course, for this depth, we needed to take just one of them so that we could start to unpack that for you. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we're going to be doing the draw for healing space-time. Healing your relationship with space-time so you can live in the overflow of time. We're going to remove the implants of challenging time. So let's see who is the winner, who has shared their takeaways. This is awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty. Okay, I can see who the winner is. Dun, 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 dun. Shall I reveal it? Okay. The winner is dun, 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 dun. The winner is Isla Grace. Congratulations. You have won Heal Space Time in the Akashic Records. I know you're going to absolutely love this. So that's so cool that you won that. Huge, huge congratulations. And for those of you that are like, oh, I didn't win it and I want to win it, you can buy it on our shop. That's on my website. And there's a section that says shop with me, and you'll find the Heal Space Time activation there. So we got you covered. We got you covered. All righty. And just as we wrap up, I just want to take a moment just to remind you, if it feels aligned, we would love to have you in the Wealth Portal. So far, over these 3 sessions, we've identified the hidden patterns that are shaping your income, released the resistance that is silently capping your growth, and started to feel what it what it feels like to feel when we have that energetic shift and your frequency is raised. So I know you know that we need to go deeper. And these 3 sessions have really opened the door for you. You've uncovered the first layers and the hidden patterns and the energetics, and understanding, through the lens of those 3 core fears that we started to talk about. We dive into more fears and the resistance and all the different layers in the Wealth Portal. That's the deeper work to do. So it's not just about experiencing a shift. We want to see the reality change in your life. So we want to be able to create a consistent breakthrough within 45 days or less, and then start to integrate and embody and stabilize those shifts. You can hold it. So your nervous system can hold it, and it doesn't freak out when there's more spaciousness. You're like, I've got to create more work. What's going on? We want to be able to hold this so that we're not creating roller coaster months or disappearing just when the marketing momentum's kicking in, because of that we've triggered our nervous system and a default pattern has pulled you back. So in the Wealth Portal, you have 6 full months with me of energetic alignment to your next level, with me by your side, guiding your nervous system and your energetic capacity to expand and hold so that you can receive that next level and to know that your manifestation is inevitable. So that's exactly what I designed the Wealth Portal for. It's my high energetic mentorship for 6- and 7-figure leaders who are ready to break through that next financial ceiling in the next 45 days or less, stabilize their nervous system, and to be able to build their business as an asset that holds wealth instead of chasing it. And because you are here in Wealth Energetic Mastery, you're invited in with a very special opportunity that I've mentioned before, and you'll see on our invitation page, if the team could pop that link here as well, if you haven't already, then people can go along and see the special opportunity. So you receive $1,000 savings off the regular retail price and an additional 10% off when you're paying in full. So that brings your 6 months with me just to $3,600 US. And these savings are only available until the 19th of September. And because I want to reward decisive leadership, the first 3 people who pay in full will also receive a private 45-minute one-to-one session with me. So I've only got 3 slots for that. So just to give you a heads up on that. And we'll laser in on what is going on for you and your unique energetic blueprint. We'll map your next aligned move. We'll calibrate you to hold that next level. We'll receive a wealth ascension activation. So I'm super excited for you in relation to this. But this is an exclusive bonus. So it's only available for the first 3 people who are stepping in and joining us as a pay in full. So if you're feeling the resonance of this and you would love to come and join us, we would love to have you with us. We are here ready to break through with you. Then just ask the team for the link. If you're on the replay and you can't find the link, then just email the team at clientcare@louisahavers.com and we'll get you the private link. And do let me know when you're in so that I can celebrate with you. And we will be back on the 17th of September for our Shop With Me event. So this is where we're doing the vision casting. I'm going to guide you through a future self Akashic activation. So you do want to be there so that you can tune in to your future version of yourself. And we'll be discussing and helping you to identify the aligned action for your highest timeline. And I know that if you have loved Wealth Energetics Mastery, I know you will love the Wealth Portal. You've had a taster of what we get up to in the Wealth Portal. So I'd love to have you with us and for you to claim your results. And if you want to explore other ways to work with me, we've got our Dream Bigger membership. We've got our certification programs as well. And I will give you all the details on those. We've got special invitations and exclusive bonuses. We'll chat through those on the Shop With Me event. But if you're like, oh, I know I would like to find out more about those, then do just reach out to us and we'll make sure that you've got the links so you can get all the details. One last thing as we wrap up, I would love if you are able to do me a favor. We do have a survey for our masterclass, and I'll be super grateful if you would be able to, it will take you about a minute, not even a minute, and it will help us to shape our masterclasses moving forward. So if the team could drop the survey link, that would be amazing. And we'll pop your names into the draw for grand prizes on the 17th of September. So we'll do that draw then, which is super exciting. You can win the Ultimate Akashic Bundle, which is all the prizes that we've been giving away from this week, and a year's membership in our Dream Bigger membership as well. Alrighty, I am so excited. Thank you so much for being with me. We will keep the room open for those of you that are grabbing links, etc. And I will see you on the 17th. And I will play us out with this conversation that I had with the fabulous Adele. Until next time, sending you all so much love and thank you so much for being part of Wealth Energetics Mastery. Take care. There we are. Hello. Welcome, Adele. Thank you for coming and joining us.
Oh, it's great to be here. And hello, everyone. It's so good to see you. This is a great place for you to be.
Do you want to introduce yourself, Adele? Tell people what you do, and then we'd love to dive in to hearing your experience of transformation so far.
Yeah, so I live in North Carolina in the central eastern seaboard of the United States, and I have been a psychotherapist, a hypnotherapist, and an abundance coach for women business owners for years. And I came to Louisa because I had actually inherited money and I was starting to fall for scams. So I knew I was in trouble because I didn't think I was worthy of having more than what I had. So we've been working together for about 9 months. And I have to say that I was just realizing today, while you were talking, Louisa, about the nervous system, mine is so much calmer. And I'm not saying I wouldn't fall for one, but I can spot a scam a mile away, and I just say, nope, that's not for me. And I'm rebooting my business, and I actually love doing sales. I love talking about money. This was not the case before. I've done some other coaching programs. I find that this wealth portal has been the most, it's the deepest. It's the deepest. Others can be on the surface and they can be very helpful. They can also be mental, but because this is emotional and energetic, and most of us women are emotional, energetically driven, this really has hit me in specific ways that really, really have helped so much. And of course, you've seen Louisa in operation for a few days, and you know how lovely she is, but she's also incredibly, incredibly intuitive and very experienced, because she'll say something and I go, well, where'd you get that? And she said, working with my clients. It's like, oh, okay. You have a breadth and a depth of knowledge and experience that's really, it's so healing and so lovely. And there's work to do. It's not that you take the magic wand and go bonk, there you are. No, there's work to do, but it's good work and it's very effective. And I've just loved being here, and I've loved the people I've gotten to know. And I'm happy to say I have a few friends now in the wealth portal who saw the opportunity and said yes. And I guess what I would say, if you're considering working with Louisa in the wealth portal, it's an investment of time and money and your energy, and you may not feel like you have it, but I actually had an energy reversal when I talked to Louisa about doing the program initially, because I was muscle testing. I knew I wanted to do it, and I would muscle test and go no. And so you, Louisa, said, yeah, is there part of you that's reversed and thinks this is impossible for you? And indeed, that was true. So I got in. I've just been so grateful. You, Louisa, I don't know if I've told you this, but you are the best. It's about money, but it's about so much more, because it's about everything, right? Like you've been saying, you're the best coach I've ever had, and I've had a bunch. So thank you. So if you're thinking about working with Louisa, I would give it like a million thumbs up, and because you'll get a lot out of it, and you'll be able to share what you learn with your clients and have more clients.